Good morning, welcome to a new update. The market is still quite boring, but today is an exciting day as we've got the Fed meeting, or at least the results out of that meeting coming into the market, as people are feeling ultra feared and expecting a heavy crash to be taking place when the announcements are going to be released. I think that's the actual opposite of euphoria, so we're going to discuss that in this update. But before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this YouTube update, and also do not forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where you can find daily content. Hopefully later today I'll be back with the camera, as I'm going to make a second update later today, discussing everything that's happening in the markets, as we might be getting some intel already at a later time of this day. So the fear right now is very comparable to the opposite of what we've had with the ultra bullishness, as the market was expecting that heavy parabolic move to take place. And as a comparison, everyone, or at least most of the markets, were eager to start longing the markets, as it was certain that we were going to 150 to 200k. Now the price has dropped approximately 35%, or even 38% when it comes to Bitcoin, and we've got the Fed meeting, and all of a sudden the overall consensus is that we're going to drop even lower. So the overall consensus is that we're ultra feared right now, expecting a heavy bear market to take place, while the S&P is just consolidating normally here, in which we're just consolidating sideways, and the US dollar currency index is facing a resistance zone, as we have discussed previously, in which you generally don't really want to push into that zone for any longs at all. I think that the dollar is going to top out somewhere in this region, and then we're going to have a correction taking place, which is going to be happening, or going to be bullish when it comes to Bitcoin price action. And when I'm looking at the Bitcoin price action at this point, I'd rather want to become bullish than that I want to become bearish after such a heavy corrective move, especially when we can see that the price action in itself is just consolidating here, and we're looking for a bottoming confirmation to start happening. So yes, we're still making lower highs, lower lows. We still have some crucial resistance zones to crack through, which we're going to discuss in a little bit, but we're also not accelerating south. So what can we expect today to be taking place? Well, definitely we could be seeing some short-term volatility. Why is that? Well, everyone is looking at the meeting to take place today. So during that meeting, people will be making decisions based on the words that come out. So because of that, we will have some short-term volatility taking place, but also because of that, people will take advantage from the retail mindset or movement that we will be seeing. So I would definitely not be going mental when something one way happens. Like for instance, if news comes out and we drop like this, immediately we can bounce back up and reverse the entire move. So then we trap everyone in the first moment, and then we bounce back up in the later moment to actually continue the momentum that we have been building up to. So don't trick yourself into any movements based on that price action at all. So when we're looking at the price action on lower time frames for Bitcoin, I hope actually it's here. What we can see is that we're still making those lower highs, lower lows, right? And we've got those crucial resistance zones, in which this is also a crucial resistance zone at 50.7. Similarly, I've been covering 48.9 as a very important level for support, which we are rejecting at this stage, right? So we can make it red. We are rejecting this block here, so we are eager for some more consolidation to be taking place before we're going to have any momentum in the markets happening here. What is a level that I'm looking at for support? Well, if we look at the entire correction of Bitcoin, we have held the crucial area of support here, which is the 46.5 level. I'm definitely looking at that block again, or at that bullish divergence drop beneath the actual support. And I'm also looking at the actual block at 47.3 for any confirmation of a higher low, which could be an argument for any bullish momentum to be taking place. If 49k breaks, very easy. I think that we're going to take out the stops that we have above these highs, and then we're going to rush ourselves into 52k. And very easy then as well is that we're going to have a very swift moment in which the sentiment is going to change quite fast. So yes, the market is quite tricky at this point. We've had a very harsh corrective move. The sentiment is relatively comparable to the price action that I've been witnessing in May. Every argument about bullishness is getting off the table, as people are expecting only downside to be taking place at that point. And that's also the reason why altcoins are not doing too great at this stage, because of retail thinking that we're going to go down even more. They are dropping down their altcoin backs, as retail is often usually in altcoins. Crucial level to hold for Bitcoin overall is still this block, which we are currently holding. When I'm looking at the daily time frame, we are in for a decision, and it looks to me that we're still trending south, but we're holding some levels of importance, and I'm very much interested in what this day is going to bring, as I'm still convinced that we're going to bottom out and reverse relatively soon. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back later today with another update.